All right, Kylie. Why should we? I'm sorry. I apologize, Kate. I apologize. I don't know why I said that. I apologize. Anyways, all right.
I mean, I might be
Kate,
twins with my sister, but I'm not Kylie.
I got you confused. I apologize.
It's
Anyways,
all
all
good.
right, Kate. Why do you want to join the detective unit?
I want to help catch rogue officers, and I want to help the citizens in one state, Linwood, and help enforcing rules. Basically, that's that.
How do you handle a tough situation?
How would I handle what? I'm sorry.
A tough situation?
Wait, I'm
Stressful.
sorry. You're my oh stressful. Sorry. How would I handle it? Well, I would like let's say Kyle is talking disrespectful to you. I would ask Kyle calmly on like what's going on in a calm voice before I what was okay, I'm not even gonna say. I would ask him calmly what was going on before the situation, became too out of control. And yeah, basically that. And if it didn't, then I would take him in and question him more and eventually charge him with whatever I need to. But I know when you're undercover, you can't really make an arrest. I would stay calm though in a stressful situation.
You understand the rules of engagement in an undercover detective unit?
I would have to be reminded again, but I believe so, yes. You can't go just like you can't attend to police work in an undercover unit, kind of like that kind of situation. I believe so. I know you can't use
Okay,
car.
so go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I do remember you're not allowed to use your blackout car for any other reason other than for the under detective unit.
So
And everything.
you, so you got to have approval for the undercover uh, to use your undercover car. But there are two scenarios where you're able to use your undercover car. One is if you have a house or an apartment and you are responding to a backup needed call. If there is 15 or more gang members shooting at cops, you can respond in your personal blacked out car, but it's only if you have a property. If you do not have a property, you cannot use it. Uh, if you arrive on scene and there is not 15 or more gang members or shooters in that situation, then you are to report straight to PD and not respond to that call. Um, at that point in time, I believe if there is 15 or more, you are able to get out of your vehicle and return fire as long as you throw up the macros. Of course, if you're in immediate danger and you're getting shot at, you don't have to use macros at that point in time. The second one is if you are in in an approved undercover mission to where you are investigating an officer or a civilian or a gang house, then you will have to spawn it from PD and do it that way. You can either spawn it in the PD garage and risk blowing your cover, or my personal favorite is you will go across the street from PD, out from the lobbies, over by the blue fence, spawn your car there, and then start your mission.
Sounds good.
If, let's just say, if I was to give you punishment, and seeing as you are a general, and I was to issue you punishment, are you allowed at that point in time to come angrily, disrespectfully, or yell and cuss at me at all?
Wait, repeat that again. Sorry, your mic kind of cut out.
So if I was to issue you punishment, seeing as I am the captain, if I was to issue you punishment, are you allowed to yell at me, cuss at me, or disrespect me at all?
No.
Okay. Am I allowed to yell at you, cuss at you, and disrespect you at all?
No.
Okay. Seeing as rank than I am I still allowed to give you punishment if it is pertaining to unit disciplinary
Can you repeat
issues?
again? Your mic keeps cutting out sometimes, Allie.
Sorry. So say you did something in the unit and you did something wrong on an undercover mission. Am I allowed to, seeing as you are a different or a higher rank than I am, I might be wording this wrong. Kyle, do you want to word that correctly? I apologize. You know what I'm saying, though, right, Kyle? Yes.
I mean, I know technically, um, because I know you're in charge of the undercover detective unit. I do know that all major generals are in charge of each unit, so I know you would have to go to my supervisor, which would be Edge, to talk to him to issue my punishment. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I have to go through him in order to see if it has merit to discipline and what discipline I am to give you. Correct. But what I'm trying to say to you is, do you have an issue with me disciplining you as a lower rank? That's all I'm trying to say.
No, I do not.
Okay. Um, yes, they do have to be present, and or chief has to be present when I do issue the disciplinary action. And if they don't see me fit at that point in time to issue the disciplinary action, then they will just issue it. All right, so I'm going to let you know the rules of the unit. This is a 0 tolerance. I do not want it in my unit at all. I will not tolerate it in my unit at all. Disrespecting any officer at all whatsoever, whether detective unit or not, will not be tolerated in my unit. There is a 0 tolerance. Me, Edge, Gabe, Kyle, and Chief have all agreed 0 tolerance. There will automatically be disciplinary actions depending on the circumstance and how severe it is. Depends on the punishment that you will get. If you have an issue with anybody at all whatsoever, whether it be in our unit or not in our unit, I don't care. You bring it straight to me, or you bring it to Kyle, or you bring it to Edge. I would prefer you not bother Edge or Gabe with it and just come to me. If so, Adeline, I believe, is 3rd commander. Kyle is 2nd commander, and then I'm captain. So, what I would like you to do is go to Adeline. If your issue is with Adeline, then go to Kyle. If your issue is with Kyle, then come to me.
Yes, sir.
Kyle, do you have any questions? I'm not trying to make it confusing. Following it. It's in my head, but it comes out all jumbled sometimes, so I apologize. Anyways, he understood.
Yes, no, I did. It can be confusing sometimes, but I did.
Okay, so Kyle, do you have any other questions pertaining to the interview?
I knew that there was talk about it, but I would need to be briefed on it again. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while. All right,
So
sounds good.
I will say this, and this is something that I guess is a little confusing to some people, not all. So anytime a case needs to be opened, either myself, Edge, or Gabe will open it, and we are actually the ones that talk to IA. So if you guys have anything at all, you bring it to me, myself, Gabe, or Edge, so that we can discuss it with IA. Now, if you are inducting in, damn it, I can't even, that word just blew my mind for a second. If you are conducting the investigation, then yes, you included with the IA conversations. When we have meetings, it will either be here, it will either be on Discord, which we will talk about later, or it will be in Edge's apartment. IA will be involved in the meetings. They are always going to be there because they have things that they need to bring up as well. They also need to stay in the loop. So, yes, we do work hand in hand, but you guys, unless you are conducting the investigation, for not working with IA. But you technically are, if that makes any sense. So you're with IA, you're working with IA, but you're not working with IA. So we're technically a sistering with IA. You can still bring cases to IA, but in order, I'm trying to think of how to say this without it saying, okay. Be honest with you, it does, but it does make sense. Okay, so yes, you could still bring stuff to Paul Crane and ask his opinion. He's basically the opinion guy. He will watch your videos and see if there's any merit. Same with Donovan. Ask him, and they'll see if there's any merit to it to where it needs to be an investigation. But the main people that are literally working hand in hand with IA is me, Edge, and Gabe on the whole investigation completely, unless you are the detective on that case. Yes, we also investigate gang houses, gang members, different factions. We investigate everyone. We do not point on just cops.
Alrighty, yes, sir. It's understood.
And we are still working on the investigating civilians on how to do a proper investigation. Eagle is working with us on that as well. And so is Yoda on how to do that properly to where it's not a whole bunch of complaints. It's one complaint with several different videos from several different officers. In other words, we just build the case. So we build the case on them, and then we submit that whole case to Eagle. So you know that in the update, they're talking about the jails are going to be in a completely different building, and also the interrogation room. And the interrogation room is not going to be near the jails. It's going to be in our precinct.
Yeah, no, that'll be
Also,
nice.
I heard, I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, but I've heard that whenever you're in an interrogation room and you're in that room, it is in that room. So no one outside that room can hear you guys talk. It is literally closed off, just that room. And also where the jail cells are at, the biggest jail cell area is going to be a meeting room to where you guys can have like a detective meeting, whatever, and it's also going to be soundproof.
That would be nice. Definitely looking forward to that.
All right, go ahead and stop the body cam, sir.